Hello, welcome at my YouTube channel, Bodnik, Archery and Adventures. Welcome to a new episode of Archery Basics. In my last two episodes, I talked to you in the matter of the brace height and the bow length. And today, everything will be about the right knocking point. And to make it more clear, we will talk about the knocking point of a traditional bow when you shoot over the shelf. Let's start. Hi, let's talk about the knock point and to define it clearly about the knock point of a traditional bow shooting over the shelf. Why is a knock point such an important setup and how to do the setup of this knock point? That's our content today. The arrow is losing a lot of energy during the first 20 yards or the first 20 meters of his fly. In this time period, the arrow losing energy in the matter that he is stabilizing himself. If the spine of the arrow, this means the stiffness of the arrow, is not right, you can recognize this because the arrow will be in a movement from the right to the left. It's called fishtailing, and the arrow is losing, of course, a lot of energy. And if the knock point is not right, you will recognize the arrow is flying and moving up and down. So it's something like riding. So, and in this matter, the arrow will lose a lot of energy. And in my energy reset to make the right setup for the bow and the arrow, this is the fourth part. It's absolutely important. The first part is producing so much as possible energy with your bow, producing the energy, transporting the energy. That's the second part, with the string. That's the reason I'm using only my whisper strings. Catch the energy. That's the arrow, of course. And the fourth part is take care that you will not lose the energy. And you're losing the most energy during the first 20 yards or meters of the fly. So let's start to set up the right knocking point. So at first I will stick on the shelf rest for my traditional longbow here, and I'm taking care, of course, that I will have the shelf rest right on top of this pivot point here. This is the pressure point, and here is that point where the arrow is touching the shelf, and it's a I don't know the right English word right now for especially this point, but important is to have the shelf rest right on top of this pivot point here. Now I'm taking again the checker here. In one of my last videos I already displayed to you how to adjust or set up the right brace height. This here is a Bodnik longbow and the brace height should be 7 inches. So let's see, deepest point of the grip of the handle again. The bow is strong and I have exactly the 7 inches here. Okay, that's right. Now I will take the checker here at the string and make sure that it will touch the base of the shelf rest, the base of the shelf here. So the most traditional archers using a knocking point too less, because we are shooting over the shelf and having so much surface here, so much space and area, we have to help the back of the arrow, this means the feathers, to come over the shelf, and that's the reason we need to shoot a little bit higher knocking point. So I am pretty fine, and I really like these small little brass knock point restrictors because it's pretty easy to use them. Only flip them over the string here, put them in the right position. So the right position for a traditional bow shooting over the shelf is roughly 8 to 9/8 of an inch above the 90-degree line. So here That's the 90-degree line. That's the inch scale of the jagger. And I have here the small little marks that are eighths of an inch, and here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We are now here 8, 9. So I am using by myself 9/8 of an inch because my anchor at the string is pretty flat. I don't using a deep hook, I'm using a flat hook. So, and of course nobody can guarantee you that this will be the right knocking point, the right setup of the knocking point for you, because you as the archer behind the bow, affecting the flight of the arrow, the shooting of the bow and the knocking point extremely. This means how to grip into your bow, deep or low, deep hook or the flat hook, a nice release or maybe a little bit slowly a release. This all is affecting the arrow flight, and so it's possible that the knock point here, this again here, this little area here, it's possible that you have to try a little bit between 7, 8, 9 or 10/8 of an inch. Basically 8 and 9/8 of an inch are working perfectly for the most of the traditional archers. Now I'm pressing it here together to make sure the knock point restrictor will not fly away or flip down during the shot. So I think in one of my next videos I will go in this area of a bear shaft test. So how to test if the knock point is right or wrong. So in my opinion it's not working to check this out with a bear shaft test. So what I will recommend for you is to making some shots on a far distance. This means around 30 or 40 yards, and the arrow has to fly exactly straight, no movement to the right or to the left. It's called fishtailing. This means your arrow is not right spined, and I will talk about this in one of my videos coming later this year. And if the arrow is flying and moving up and down, this is called riding. This is a clear sign that the knock point is not right, and you have to adjust in that area from 1 to 8 of an inch, or let's say in European measurements we're talking around 1, 2, 3 millimeter up and down until the arrow is flying absolutely straight. So I hope the information I'm passing to you, because in the matter of the knocking point of a traditional bow shooting over the shelf, and if you're using a stick-on arrow rest, it's a little bit different. And I'm thinking about maybe to do a video also about the knocking point of a bow where when using a stick-on arrow rest. And I hope these informations are pretty helpful for you, and thank you to be here with me together at my new YouTube channel, Henry Bodnik Archery and Adventures. And thank you for subscribing my channel, and your comments about my video here are highly welcome in the comments here below my video. Thank you for watching, and see you soon again.